Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to the Complete Husband's Handbook podcast. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be talking about why men want someone to share their successes and their failures with. Now, this is a continuation of the Simplicity of Men series, and really, we as men thrive when we have someone to share our successes and our failures with, whether they're co-workers, team members, family, friends, but mostly whenever we have a spouse to share that with. When we can go home at the end of the day and say, "Hey, sweetheart, this happened at work," or "Hey, let me tell you about, this particular thing," or "We closed the deal on this," or "We finished this particular project." And the reason why I say men need that is really twofold. Number one, we need someone to work for, in a sense that we need someone to give us that push. We need someone to give us that mission in life to focus on. Number two, we need someone to help us see the failure as a learning process. Now, nobody likes being called a failure. No one likes failing in general. Nobody does. And so, if you can find someone who will love you enough to sit there, listen to you, and then offer just silence while you explain the situation, that in and of itself is gold. Now, if you can find that person and be married to them, that's even better. But I'll tell you right now, there have been times in my life that I've wanted to share my successes with somebody and I didn't have anybody. Or to share my failures with somebody and I didn't want to hear, "Oh, man up. Men don't act like that." But thankfully, I'm married to somebody who doesn't have to do that. I come home from work, or currently I am working from home, but I'm able to tell her about, "Hey, we helped this customer out, or we helped this client out, or we helped this person out." And then I also tell her about the failures at work. "Hey, systems crashed. Hey, supervisors weren't there. Or hey, there's a breakdown in communication." Or just, different things throughout. And she's able to hear all that, listen to me, and offer certain questions here and there. But for the most part, she just lets me vent, which for me as a person helps me decompress from the day. Just let me tell my story. Just let me explain what's going on, even if you have no desire to know what's happening. Just sit there, shut up, and let your husband talk to you. Because if you do that for him, he's more than likely gonna reciprocate the favor. So ladies, if you're always bitching about that your husband's not talking to you or not listening to you, are you listening to your husband? So let's start from the top, okay? We as men need team members. We as men are social creatures. We thrive on improving ourselves. We thrive on climbing that next mountain, conquering that next obstacle, doing whatever we can do to really better ourselves. And sharing our success with our team members means their success is our success and our success is their success. Not only that, but it drives a man to want to do more. "Hey, I can do this. Let's go for the next one. Let's do one more. Let's find another mountain to climb, another monster to conquer. Let's do it." Sharing those successes builds in a man a challenging spirit. Something to say, "Hey, I can get this done." Which is a boost to self-esteem and self-confidence. Which, of course, ladies, you all know a confident man is a sexy man. So that's why such things are important. Now, with friends and family, the reason why we share that, sometimes braggingly, is because it's like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it. So it challenges the other people, the other men in the group to say, hey, if so-and-so can do it, and I remember whenever his dumbass could barely walk, he couldn't even ride a bike in the 4th grade. If he can do it, I can do it. So now it's like a challenge. Hey, I'm going to conquer that too. It gives them the confidence to do it as well. With family, they can share certain aspects of their life, the wisdom of the elders, so to speak, if you want to go that way. But also, what it does is it builds family unity. Hey, so-and-so did this, or hey, so-and-so graduated from college, or hey, so-and-so got out of medical school, or hey, so-and-so just graduated from the police academy, or has a really, finally has a career, has some kids. I mean, all these things are milestones, and all these things are successes. So-and-so just got married. Oh yeah, that's great. It builds family unity. Now, the failures come in when you talk to your family about those failures. You expect them to not only lend you a friendly ear, but to say, man, I've done that too. I've been there. I'm there for you, brother. And that's all families should do. Don't try to fucking fix the problem. Just shut up and listen. Okay? Shut up and listen. Don't, conjure some idea of, oh, this is how we're going to do it. No, just shut the fuck up and listen. But with our spouse, especially with our spouse, whether you're gay or straight or somewhere in between, okay? We as men share those things because we need that intimate interaction to tell us, yes, we stumbled, yes, we fell, but we can get ourselves back up and keep going. That is the power of being married. That is the power of the spouse. You work in tandem. You tell your spouse what's going on. They in turn do the same. Your success is their success. Their success is your success because you're married. So that really drives men to do the best they can because they need a driving force. Men will put up with a lot of shit at work and in school to make sure that their family is provided for. They'll work the overtime. They'll be yelled and cussed at because they know, hey, I got somebody at home who's working just as hard for me as I am for them. That is why marriage is so important to a man. All right? Now, that being said, that fighting spirit only works, only builds, only matures when we can share those successes and those failures. So ladies, if you want a man to be more confident, if you want your man to have more self-esteem, talk to them. Or at least have them talk to you about what's going on at work. Even if you don't give a shit about what's happening in his life. You don't care about his fantasy football team. You don't care about his, whatever the case may be. Listen to what he's telling you. Because not only will that show him you're actually interested in what he has to say, but more often than not, whenever you crave communication and he's not giving it to you, the reason being is because he knows you're not going to listen to him. So why bother? That's when the relationship starts to fall apart. You're not talking to each other. He's not listening to you, and you're not listening to him. It's a very simple thing to fix. It's a very simple idea, but it's so vital to keeping marriages alive. Talk to your man or, whoever your spouse is. Talk to them about their successes. Talk to them about their failures. Let them know you're there to listen. And I can promise you, your relationship will be astronomically improved. My name is Daniel. This is a Complete Husband's Handbook podcast, and I'm going to see you on the next one.